up, though, everybody? You are now under the black top where we try to get our act together and find strength and unity in the circle of life and friendship. I'm Billy.
I'm Timbo.
And I am Ray, man. It is nice to be here.
And
Nice to see you guys. Just
Yes.
chilling. Y'all over here sipping on tea and whatnot, man. I didn't get the memo. I wasn't
I got to
ready.
keep these vocals on point. I try to, at least.
Hey, there you go. The best dad on mug. I see you taking
Yes.
taking dad's mug. I take it, right?
Yes. Papa
Are
Tim
you trying to
hates
tell
that I
us
use
something?
this mat. No, 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 no. Not yet.
Like the
uh,
announcement, right?
Mm-mm,
You
mm-mm.
imagine that?
nah,
That's how you tell your boys that you're about to be that you're
I
about to
mean,
be a
it's pretty
dad.
clever, but nah, not this time. Mm-mm.
Oh man, how you guys been?
Busy. I've been busy. I know this one been busy too. Will is always busy. Or
Yeah,
Billy.
yeah. Timbo, you over there poloed up? I see.
Yeah, this is what I have to wear at my daytime job.
Oh, here we go. The daytime job.
Yeah. So
okay.
I am Billy. I see you over there. What you a baseball fan or that's just one of the thousands of hats that you just got like in the tuck.
The latter, and it's the only one that really matches, or only maybe few. I had a Jets hat. It's like I'm not really a Jets fan like that. So it's the only thing that matches my green shirt today, man.
are you a Brewers
Yeah.
fan?
I don't even watch baseball, man.
Okay.
Home
See.
team all the time. This is just a dope hat. That's all.
Mm,
Um, so like today is Tuesday, right? I've had a very eventful past 3 days.
Mhm.
Saturday, I'm at work. I was going to grab probably a drink from Auntie Anne's, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I see something on the stairs, right? And I'm like, oh, this looks important. So I pick it up, put it in my hand, put it in my pocket, and say, I'm gonna look at it when I get to the store. I get to the store, I go in the back room and I look at this thing, and I'm like, no way. I put the clasp together, and I'm like, oh, this isn't even broken. Nah, there's no way I just found this. So I go to my boss and say, yo, I gotta talk to you in the back for a minute. Because I really didn't know what to do, man. Like the meme with Kermit and it's got him in the hood and then him like talking to himself.
Yeah, man. What nigga? What you
I
find a
go to my
golden ticket?
I go to my boss and I'm like, yo, I just found this and I really want to keep it. But I shouldn't. Cause I'm like, I can't take it to the lost, not the lost and found. I didn't feel right taking it to the security because I'm like, somebody might like pocket this joint. It's a diamond tennis bracelet, bro.
oh
Somebody
my
lost their
lord.
diamond.
Oh
Mm.
They diamonds.
man.
And I'm like, should I
Okay,
turn this boy in?
I
Or
see
should
the
I like
dilemma.
turn this boy in?
I
Because
get what
this
you're
is
saying.
Yeah,
a
If you know, you know.
man.
tennis bracelet. And it's not even broken. It just happened to come off somebody's wrist. And she's like, yeah, somebody lost their diamonds. Somebody lost their diamonds. And I'm feeling
Somebody
for
lost
them
their
like,
diamond.
somebody lost their diamonds. But I just found some diamonds. I just got some diamonds for free.
Man.
Yes. Thank
Your
you,
perspective is
Queen.
So,
making me sick. You said somebody
so
lost it, but I just found it.
my
Like,
question is, how many seconds was it until you went to that age-old finders, keepers, losers, weepers? I swear that would have
Seconds.
been the first thing I thought
As
of.
soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is valuable. You just never know when valuable things come in handy. So I'm asking myself, I'm talking to myself, okay, if you keep it, what you gonna do? I'm not gonna pawn it because it just don't feel right. I'm not gonna give it to somebody because it's really not mine. Here's the interesting thing. Friend of mine's birthday was not there was the day after, but like a Facebook mess up. I always think it's the day before, which is the day that it was. One day she and I went to the movies, and I always wanted a BlackBerry phone, right? But I just couldn't afford one. I found one in the movie theater, and I never find anything in the movie theater. And I was like, yeah, this one's mine. I'm taking this. I'm about to wipe it. I didn't care about what was on there. I didn't care about nobody else's business. I'm about to wipe this, and now I have a BlackBerry. This is awesome. She's like, no, no, you're not. You're gonna go turn that in because it's not yours. And it just kept playing over and over in my mind, and I had to call her anyway because it was her birthday. And I was just like, I don't know what to do, but I know exactly what.
Hmm.
I didn't want to keep. I just felt like it was gonna be some bad karma if I kept it. There was nothing I was really gonna do with it. It was just I found some diamond, man. I found a diamond tennis bracelet. Why would I just let that go? But I did. I gave it to Lost and Found, and I felt better. Right. The next day, my aunt's having a birthday party on my dad's
Mm-hmm.
side. I don't get to see them that often, but we got to drive out, have a great time. We played bingo. I won a gas card. My cousin's girl, like there were 5 or 6 different gift cards. She won 3 of them. Like the next 3 games, she won all 3. And then my aunt won like the big card. So it was like this perfect thing, right? And I come home a little tired, being drained around people, but whatever. I get up the next day. This is
Mm-hmm.
Monday. And I'm having like some like a little emotional issues, a little bit of anxiety starting to mount just because of things in life, you know what I mean? And I start to get some peace because I have this project. My mom got me some peaches from Atlanta, but I don't know how she got them. So since I had these peaches, I knew I was gonna have to make something before they went bad because my schedule, I'm doing so many things, I don't get a chance to make them. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a peach cobbler cheesecake. So because I have this creative project,
Mm.
Ken, you feel like I
I
feel like, where's the slice? Where's my slice?
I,
Period.
this is my first time hearing of peach cobbler cheesecake.
uh
That's all I'm
and
saying.
this is the first cheesecake I've ever made. So I'm working on this cheesecake in pieces because it's a day long thing. It took all day. Something tells me to go pull my trash can out because it's time. I said, no, I'll just wait till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night like I normally do. No, go out there and pull your can out. Take your trash out and pull your can out front. Just to me. This is the point where I finally got some peace. Like just everything is just subsiding. And I go outside and then my tire's flat. And I'm like, no, this is my off day. I only get 2. The other one was completely gone, which is
Mm-hmm.
okay. Spend it with family, that's fine. But I know had I not driven out there, my tire probably still would have been full of air. But that's not the case. It's not the case. So my tire's flat. And I'm
Funny
just
as
like,
heck.
okay. As soon as I get some peace, my G, it's always something. So I go in here and finish working on these peaches, and I'm calling around to build tires. This one spot was booked up until Wednesday. This other spot was like, yeah, man, if you come in today, it's gonna be about 4 or 5 hours before I can get you done, before I can get you in. Another spot was like, no, you're just not gonna get it in today, probably.
Rider, rider.
Somebody was like, maybe we can fit you in between appointments. And I'm like, man, I just want to make this peach cobbler cheesecake and get some peace. I don't want to have to move. This is just like my time right here. This is
Mm-hmm.
mine. And I ended up calling another spot. I really just wanted to go to work early the next day and to see if I can get in there. But that was the place that was booked up until Wednesday. So I didn't have time to kind of play with that time. So I called another spot and he was like, oh, yeah, man, I can get you in about an hour depending on what time you get here. Dude, I was in my car, changed clothes, had like switched stuff out my backpack to get some other work done before I even made the decision. I was already, I don't know how that happened. Something, it's like something in me had made the decision without me, and I was already on my way. Someone just like, man, just go get it done now. Take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Go up there, and I'm going to give my keys to the man who's about to take my car back. I put the key in a little envelope thing and set my whatever aside. He's like, oh, yeah, if you got any wheel locks, just leave my phone. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot it. I got to go grab it out the center console. Go on the center console, pop the thing open. And then I'm looking, okay, wheel lug cover, wheel lug cover, wheel lug cover, taco sauce and ketchup, pliers,
Taco
navigation
sauce and ketchup.
end of my center console. And I'm like, no, no way. I hate being unprepared. I hate it, bro. So I'm trying to figure out where's my wheel lock.
Mm-hmm.
How do I hear every time where to go? I'm checking everything, can't find it. Some say call Zay. So I call Zay. Zay is the person who's been working on my car a lot, right? He got it. So I'm at the tire place on Monday. This man is at work and I don't have a wheel lock. I call him. Thank God. He's like, oh yeah, man, I got it. I was looking at my stuff. I was like, oh yeah, man, this is his. I'll give it to him next time. and he just forgot. So he's like, okay, I'm on my way up there. I'll be up there in like 20 minutes. Thank God for him being able to leave work because I really can't just leave work. Like, got up there in like 15 minutes. And this whole time, I'm just trying to keep myself in this system of faith because everything is like moving faster while I'm just kind of complaining, but having to do stuff. Either way, he comes in, flips a little picture, and I was like, that's not it, but we gonna see. We just gonna see. He drops it off. Almost didn't fit, but we got it in there. Yes, that's the one. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. Perfect. So get him in a little lot, get my stuff getting ready to go and whatever. And now I'm on my laptop doing work. Super hyper focused, got so much done. You know, I was a little upset. I was mad because I had to leave the house. I don't leave the house, but I had to leave. Dude comes on and was like, yeah, man, so we can't repair your tire. I just needed a patch.
Oh man.
Bro. He's like, yeah, your tire. And I know it looks like a brand new tire, like almost no wear on it. Either way, whatever happened to it is outside the patch lines. So now I gotta buy a new tire. He's like, yeah, it's about to be 109. I'm like, excuse me? 109? I was trying to pay 20, 25, maybe 35 for a patch. Now I gotta pay for a new tire.
They ain't hit you with but you need 2 tires so it can be balanced right on.
You need 3 because the tires in the front are about to be bald anyway. So he was like, you need this one and these 2 right here. Let me go ahead and give you this quote for about 323 and some change. I said, no, man, let me get that one tire. I'm about to be out of $100. So I'm super mad because I had to come out. I got time away from me and this dog on peach cobbler cheese I'm just trying to make. And I sit down, just let it happen. I've been saving money just for things like this anyway. But I like to see my money grow, not dwindle. But whatever. So I'm sitting down, getting more work done. I'm out of there back home within 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Superb. I still got an attitude, but things are going well. Come home. Make this peach cobbler cheesecake, bro. Oh my goodness. It's like you layer it, you make your own crust, you put the cheesecake down, then you put like this peach filling, which is perfect. I've always tried to try the peach thing, but I never got the flavors right. This time I got it with somebody else's help. I used a recipe, and then you put some more on there. I had too much peach stuff, even though I was supposed to use 6 cups of peaches. I only had 5 cups of peaches, so I had peach stuff left over, and then I had cheesecake stuff left over. It was just a mess, right? So I'm afraid that it's about to boil over, fall over, whatever, and be a problem. It wasn't. It cooked well. Got to leave it in the oven for 4 hours. Cooks for 1 hour. You let it cook the next 4 hours. You see what I mean about time? Even though you can do other things, now cake is not coming out the oven until 12 o'clock, 12:30.
Right.
Test it. It's done. A little sloppy, but it's done. It's got to have some more time to set. So I let it sit for another half an hour. Then I started assembling this thing. You put homemade whipped cream around it. It looks super ghetto, but it was awesome. And then you put the rest of the peaches on top, and then you put the crumble on top. So I'm like, oh, this is looking nice. This is going to be amazing. Let me put this on the plate. But I couldn't separate it from the bottom of the pan. Put it on the plate, and I go over to wash something, and then I come back. It's just like slowly sliding apart. It's just like coming apart. But I'm like, okay, no. I've had too many L's this week. This is not about to be an L. I'm going to make this work. So I'm trying to figure out how to transfer this thing from the plate to something else by itself. And then it slides off the plate onto the table to everything else. But saving grace, man, it's still pretty much together. So I snatched it, wrapped it in some foil, let it sit in the fridge overnight because I was really through with it. Came home today, and it is delicious, my G. It is so good. It looks terrible. I get like 0 presentation, but it tastes so good, man. My mom, she had to drop something off, and I told her to pick up something for my dad and my pastor and for herself. And she was like, before I got home, she said, "Yo, this cheesecake is good." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's whatever she cut, she didn't get none of the crust. The crust still stuck to the bottom of the plate. So she has no crust on her cheesecake slices, which I think is, if it tastes good without the crust, awesome. I got home and tasted it, man. Like, it's magnificent. To me, there's another recipe I want to try, but this one was dope. And that is like the end of this rocky up and down kind of 3 day weekend, I guess, from Saturday to Monday. And now Tuesday was a better day.
That sound
I
like
haven't
a
had one of
roller
those
coaster.
reactions. Wow. It was. It was an emotional roller coaster, man. And I hate traffic circles. Oh, I hate traffic circles. But go ahead. I digress.
Man,
That's a lot.
Ain't it?
Yeah.
Ain't it?
it is. I don't
Mhm.
know. I
She's
kind of want some peach cobbler now.
Yeah, peach cobbler
yeah.
cheesesteak. I definitely still want some.
What's that? I still
Mhm.
Man,
take my G. It's too much.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I would have made some peach cobbler with some peaches straight from Georgia, I might have called my boys up and like, hey
Maybe,
guys,
just
you
maybe.
I
know,
I mean, I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Literally just made it, and it had to chill overnight. So today was the day to cut it open, man. It just was worth it. It
oh man,
was
that's super
the
dope
little
though.
thing, man. You got to persevere. Is it the word persevere or persevere?
Persevere. Yep,
There you go.
Thank you. You got to persevere, man.
definitely.
There you go. Man.
Still
Keep it pushing, find
annoying.
that silver lining. You know.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
that. How about you?
Yes.
Oh man, me, I've been good. Just working.
Okay.
Ain't
Hmm.
really been doing too much. But although I do find it interesting, because it's just a little light on the football season scene. It's not too much
Yeah.
news going out, but they got little rankings coming out. I do find it interesting how when Matthew Stafford was a part of the Lions, how he wasn't really highly, rated from a national standpoint. But now that he's with the Rams, I've seen him as high as a number 6 quarterback. It's kind of interesting, man. Just same guy, different colors. I
He didn't
mean, I
even
don't
play
know.
the game. He didn't even play it yet.
I ain't even played. I mean, I get it. We the Lions, so
And he does not have the number one ranked center anymore.
no, because that would be our center.
It
That was dope to see. Like if like, cause it's
was.
so much kind of going wrong. Not going wrong. It's just that it's a rebuild, so it's not really much to even look and smile at. But it was kind of cool to see that that the Lions got an offensive line worth a damn. It seems. But just something to smile about. And
Yeah.
I did hear that they just announced that Ford Field will be 100% capacity for the games this coming year,
Only
which
vaccinated. Only vaccinated fans.
no, nope. There you don't have to be vaccinated. You don't have to wear a mask. I guess if you're unvaccinated, wearing a mask is encouraged, but they're not gonna force anybody to wear a mask or anything like that. So, which makes me think 'cause I definitely wanted to go to a game. However, I have a young child who currently can't get vaccinated, even if if we wanted them to. So that
They
kind
actually
of
put an age limit on it. Like
well
it's too
on the
young.
vaccinations they do, right? So you can't get vaccinated under the age of 12. Right now, the vaccinations are only approved for 12 and up.
Didn't know
Um,
that.
so I did hear that by the fall time, which one? Pfizer is trying to get emergency usage for children age 5 to 12 by the fall.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna go. However, but
Okay.
just the simple fact of being able to have anybody kind of just come into the stadiums at full capacity kind of makes it like, damn, I wanted to take my kid to the game, but now it's just another something else to think about, because it's going to be full
Hmm.
capacity. You don't have to be vaccinated, you don't even have to wear a mask, and so
They're
it may
trying to get
be.
them butts back in them seats. That's what that
I mean, and,
is.
and I get it, people need money, it's all about the money. People have been
How
closed for a
much?
long time. What's up?
How much money you think they lost from no concessions, less merch sales? Hmm.
In a seating capacity of 65,000 fans.
Wow,
You
man.
even just on tickets, right? Like crazy amounts of
Wow.
money. Like they make a bunch of money from TV, right? I mean, I think that that's where the most of the money comes from. But even still, what you got on average, what 10 games a year in these stadiums? That's
Mm,
65,000 fans, and then you add concessions on that. Then you add,
yeah,
um,
big. When I was working for one of the other teams, yeah, one of the other stadiums, beer was a big deal. Concessions was a big deal as
yeah,
far as money. Like,
hmm
they didn't play any games about that, especially beer. Not so much liquor, but just beer.
right,
So much money. Well, they made sure we knew, just don't mess this up.
right, man. So it,
Um,
it's wild. So I mean, I get it. It's about the money. So
yeah,
if they can open up, they will open up. People been in the house all year. People want to go out. I get it. It's concerts starting to come out. I'm looking at some of these tickets myself. So it's
yeah,
it's I want to get out too, just like everybody else. But it just kind of sucks where it's just because of the world and the way it is now. You just have to put more thought to it and kind of look at certain situations, especially when you have family involved or people that who aren't vaccinated or are high risk or whatever be it.
Mhm.
yeah.
But yeah, but other than that, I ain't really been doing nothing, man. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to kick it with y'all.
Awesome, man.
That's
Same
what's it.
here.
Well, cool, cool. Let's jump
Same.
into it. What's her album, Timbo?
All right. This week we did Back of My Mind by H.E.R. It came out June 18th, 2021. Uh, I just, it was pretty streamlined for me, but what did y'all think?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I really liked it. I thought it was kind of well. It was like a well-rounded blend for the genre. She had some soulful, kind of groovy tracks. That one, what was it, Bloody Waters? Like that one almost had like
Hmm.
a Marvin Gaye feel to it. I
Very
was
much so.
really
Yeah.
liking that one. She also mixed that with tracks of vulnerability and but then it was these tracks where her confidence was on 100 and you can actually tell that she was spitting and she was feeling herself. And I
Yeah.
mean, it was just a real nice display of artistry down to like the features, like Lil Baby went in, Chris Brown was
I couldn't do
solid.
that one. I couldn't do Lil Baby. I turned that song right
Oh
off.
man, I like it, especially when I went back and looked at the lyrics of because he raps so fast sometimes. So when I actually went back and looked at the lyrics of what he was saying, man, I was feeling that one. And I even liked the DJ Khaled song, right? The little DJ Khaled and Bryson Tiller. I was feeling that one. So I mean, but I'm a Her fan, so I was kind
Hmm.
of liking a lot of it anyway. I mean, I was expecting to like it anyway. So
Was that the I Can Have It All song?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the one at the
I'm looking at
end.
the track list.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean, Timbo, by a streamline kind of streamline for you?
I'm just saying it was just kind of cut and dry how I felt about it. I felt like it was okay for me. I liked a little bit more up tempo. It
Okay.
was just and I was off. I just got off work today, and I was listening to it today. It could because it was almost like I was getting a little sleepy because it was so slow. So I would have, I just, she could. I felt like she could have, just as a note, she could have sprinkled two or three a little bit more up tempo tracks in there for me. But I still enjoyed it. I do like her voice. I like the way she writes. I like the way she approaches music. It's just, I could have dealt with some more up tempo. But with that little baby song, I just couldn't. He just the way he came in, he was just. I was not feeling it. He just came in too aggressive. I don't care for his rapping voice or anything. So I'm like, this ain't working for me. So yeah, I didn't I turned that one right on off and kind of went on to the
Uh,
Man, Baby was in
um,
there getting it, man.
yeah, man. That song, I was like, when as soon as it came on, I was like, I probably wouldn't listen to this right now. Now, listen to him. I was like, oh no, this is dope feature. It made me want to listen to Lil Baby. It was dope. It was super dope. He changed my mind. That they especially in the context of her world,
Hmm.
definitely. I really enjoyed this album. It was on repeat for some time. There are a few songs like the song that was kind of interpolation of the Guapole joint,
Yes.
Closer to Me.
I thought that was
I
cool.
w- I thought it was a cool idea, but I wondered what would if the song didn't use that backbone, what would the song have been? That's what I'm
Mhm.
curious. So even though it set a nice mood, it didn't for me. It didn't, or I didn't in my listening. I was still thinking about the Guapole song. That it didn't add more value to the song to me because she was making it. She had a completely new song over another idea. So for me, I just was curious about okay, well, what was this? What would the song have been had you just made something completely new for it? But I still like the song. That definitely feel agree with you, Ray, about the Marvin Gaye joint. And there were times where, and especially in that song, she kind of sounded like there was something that reminded me of Alicia Keys. It's her delivery.
Mm-hmm.
At times, I felt like I was listening to Dave's Loaf. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then
Mhm.
it's like you said, she jumped in and out of these different influences or sounds, never lost her balance. I really do like the way she writes. All the features were dope, and it's just consistently her vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciated that. So I'll be listening to this a lot. Definitely. And the complexities of relationships, just the somberness, man. There's that thought provoking for sure. Maybe you could say triggering, but I really
Mhm.
appreciate that. I appreciate that journey and a side that and some songs may call you out, but then call the other person out or the opposite emotion out too,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
exist together in the song. And I was like, oh man, that's it's both perspectives. It's so interesting without them warring at each other. It's just honest. It's just like having a honest conversation about how you feel and what you understand about a person by how they act. You don't even have to say it, but I know you. We know each other. This is what it is, but we can't even talk about it. You know what I mean? I thought that
Mhm.
was pretty that aspect of that approach to a lot of songs. I enjoyed it.
Mhm. I will have to say though, the relationship thing did get a little redundant to me, but maybe that's just me because it seemed like what you were talking about, kind of going back and forth, and that was cool. But it's just, I don't know. I just kind of get tired of always hearing somebody go through it in a relationship. I know that's what a lot of people deal with, but it's kind of just like it's
I
just.
I think that you're right. It's a little cliche, but for me, her perspectives, especially her word choice, kept it fresh. And then the whole rim shot line, I forget the line, but she said, make it pop like a rim shot. It's the drummer's turn, man. He gave some love to the drummers, and I thought that was so dope. I don't hear people use those as like metaphors or bars or whatnot. So I was like, man,
Mhm.
It
you musician, you do. Loved it, man. I did.
is kind of cool, man. Like the little things that like you said, like that line, how it kind of speaks to the musician in her. I
Mm.
went to her website and I was looking at kind of her just the apparel that she had for sale, and she actually has guitar picks with her
Oh,
with her picture on them, and I'm like, oh, that's so dope. Like something that a lot of people wouldn't think about, but it just goes to speaking, to the musician in her.
Mhm.
Just like I'm a sell guitar picks. Like that's super dope.
that's smart. It's a great idea.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I liked it. So well, cool. Well, I would definitely be trying to find it on if they drop it on the vinyl. I will be looking for it. It's not there yet.
Let me know. And I really don't, like you said, Timbo, I really don't, at least I don't think I do like all those going through it relationship songs and albums, but this is just a vibe, man.
Yeah,
It
it was
is such
vibey.
a
I'll give her that. It's not like it wasn't. I did parts of me did enjoy it, even though I was just like, oh, this is the same stuff. Like I said, that's just me. It's just sometimes I just want to hear something other than somebody talking about how I did them wrong.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. For sure.
All right,
Mhm.
all
All
right.
right.
Well, this week, we will be choosing an album that we wouldn't normally gravitate towards. Do you guys have your albums ready?
See,
I do
senor.
not. I'm looking. Y'all can start. It don't take me
Okay.
long. So
All right,
Okay.
I have. I believe it's called Mythopodix. Podix. Mythopoetics by Halfwave.
You said P O what?
Poetics.
Mythopoetic.
Podcast? Poetics?
Yeah, there
That's
we go.
mythopoetic,
Yeah,
right? What's
poetic.
the name?
Yeah. Halfway.
What? How you spell what?
The way it
Half.
sounds.
HALF space WAIF. Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what you said. Great job. All right.
Considering
My
I didn't get the first part right, right? I can at least get her name right.
Right.
oh, what's the lady too? Okay. Cavalcade by Black Midi. CAL. Oh, I'm sorry. CAVALCADE.
Hmm.
Black Midi.
Okay, what you got, Timbo?
Okay. Black to the Future is by a group called Sons of Kemet.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. All right. So as this goes, I believe that I picked the album last week, Her. So I will be the first to take an album away this week, and I will be taking away Cavalcade by Black Midi.
Awesome. Because I really this mythopoetics has me curious. So I want to listen to that. So we have to take away Tim's.
Mhm.
That one
Okay.
has me kind of interested too, though. Can you keep that up there so we can
Yeah.
listen to that? Or I guess on my own time.
There we
But I
go.
like this I hope it's mythopoetic.
Yeah, it is. I just can't read. That's all.
Yeah, text me to that. Text that one to me because I was like, huh? I heard halfway. I think I remember that part.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. So that'll be our album for next pod.
Okay.
All right. So moving on. Typically this is where we would have, just this wonderful, enthralling, insightful
Discussion.
conversation, where we break down the book because, we're so wonderfully informed, we pride ourselves on it. However, there
Dun,
was a
dun.
bit of a mix up this week, as to where between the three of us, we did both chapters 11 and 12.
Yes.
So, we'll be back next week with
Right. On that
chapter
one
with chapter 11.
for Dr. Gary Chapman's book,
The
Love
doctor.
Five Love Languages. We
Yeah.
sincerely apologize. Things happen.
Yeah,
I
But
especially
it's
when
have
you
no
just
catch.
part of
idea.
the show. So
I mean,
I
it
don't know
happens.
I have no idea how.
this is
Uh,
why Asylum is in the name, because we need one.
uh, that's how it
That
is.
is not why asylum is in the name, though.
Because we need one. Oh man.
So
So
what's next, man?
so that's funny. So moving on from there, we were having a conversation earlier. I can't remember exactly when, but we kind of talk about childhood restaurants and
Yes, it was after
um,
last episode, honestly, in our personal time is what it was.
yeah. So it was
Yes.
just kind of cool. So we just thought it might be a segment just to bring up and kind of talk about on the pod, just about just these restaurants that may be the ones that that you remember from back in the day, maybe ones that were here that aren't here anymore. Just those ones that you remember from your childhood. What you guys got?
Dude,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Timbo.
Okay. Well, we we talked about it last week, but after every Sunday with my family, we would go to Swedish House. I don't know. It was Sweden House. It was the my dad loves to call it a smorgasbord. I don't think anybody uses that term anymore, but it's a buffet, and so it would be cool because it's like you could go in and get whatever you wanted. They had mashed potatoes, they had macaroni, they had chicken, they had ham, they had steak, they had whatever you wanted, and so that's I remember going with my family when I was younger, when I would get out of service, and so it would be nice if it was still around. Now they have an Old Country Buffet. That's kind of like a version of it, or Golden Corral. Golden Corral is actually pretty good. I like them too. So
Yeah. Man, that's
Old
funny.
country buffet still around?
I
Is
don't
it? I
know. I
don't
ain't
know.
seen an old country buffet in a while. That was one of the ones that I used to like. We used to go after church. You know, you're talking about
That's
going after church.
true.
We used to go after
We
church
all.
and have a buffet.
Why did we stop eating together? Was it because the buffet shut down? We used to go after church and we would just have an awesome time. Why did
Yeah.
we stop?
See, and now do buffets even exist now, especially in the world of COVID? Like,
Oh, well, other than Golden Corral, not really, unless it's a local buffet.
that's true.
Oh,
It used
where
to
is it
be a
at?
buffet called Ryan's. I think it was called like
I
Ryan's.
remember
Oh,
them. I never went, but I remember them.
I always wanted pig lemonade when I went there. That was when that was far out. It was like, no, we're
Yeah,
not
it
going to
was
sleep now.
far out. Well, see,
God,
I don't
going.
know how far out it was. As a kid, 15 minutes seemed far
Right,
out.
it's fire.
But I remember
Uh,
feeling like it was far out. And I remember I used to love the tacos from there. I used to always get the tacos
uh,
from Ryan's.
not forget about Ryan's, man.
Oh
They had
man.
the highest drink prices too, right? Because everybody else's drinks, we had to buy the cup. It was a little bit cheaper. I feel like I remember somebody always complaining about why y'all drink so expensive. And they will always like tell them you like seven, so you get a free cup. Just tell like they would tell all the kids,
Just
no
told you
matter what
something.
size you, whatever the age was, man.
Coming through with like 6, 7-year-olds. Like really, all y'all seven?
Yes, I don't have enough.
Yes.
Yes. And
Oh man.
Ponderosa, that puts me in the mind of Ponderosa.
Man, them wings, bro.
Yes, yes.
The Captain J's for us before Captain J's was for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man.
The thing without the limit. We used to have those at every church event. My mom was on a bowling league every time. It was my mom's church friend who was also on the same team with her. When we did the Christmas party or whatever party it was, and everybody bought food, she always bring the 50-piece
Ponderosa
Ponderosa wing.
wings.
I knew it was the 50-piece because I had to hurry up to get mine before all 50 was gone. Because
I
50
can't.
was never enough, but it was always enough for
How
me.
many would you take?
Till I got full.
I can't. You like y'all can have the rest.
Yep.
Ponderosa wings used to
I,
be, yeah.
they did. What
I
else?
was sitting
Talk
there
about
thinking
opinions, man. Go
one of the
ahead.
old school places that I don't even know if they're still around. They used to have Mexican Chi-Chi's. They still got Chi-Chi's?
No, I thought Cheesy's went out of business.
They might have. I ain't seen the Chi-Chi's. Well, it's a lot better Mexican places. But now that I'm older and I can like drive myself, you can actually go find
It's
authentic
always been
places.
better.
Or we could just
Mexican
go down
places.
to Mexican town now, the
Hmm.
joys of being in Metro Detroit. But I remember going to Chi-Chi's and like they used to be like the Mexican cuisine back in the day.
Chi Chi's. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I can think of. Dun, 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 dun.
Or even a throwback store. I remember, well, it's not a food store, but I remember Circuit City because Best Buy is like one of my favorite stores just to go to in Peruse. Circuit
Mhm.
City used to be the spot too.
That's right, man.
Yeah, that was
Cheese.
so
I had my first pina colada there. It was virgin pina colada, but I was a kid, and I've only been once. And my brother took me with him and this girl. I don't know if she had like if it was just like, yo, we want to go out, so let's just take the kids kind of thing. I don't know if she had a sister like a niece or whatnot, but he just took me out and got me a pina colada. So I was going to try one, even though I didn't like coconut taste or anything. I was like, man, I just want to try one, and that was
Mhm.
an awesome. Like it had like pastel colors, didn't it, on the inside,
I
like
think
kind of
so.
pink or yellow.
Yeah,
Wow, man. What about GP?
doggone Chi-Chi's. Then it's
That's
funny
amazing, bro.
and thinking about
Yeah,
these restaurants that we used to frequent back in the day, or not even frequent, that I just wanted to go to as a kid because that was the thing for me. So I used to want stuff as a kid, but as a kid, you kind of got to go where your parents take you.
Right, because you don't got no
So
money.
I used to want Long John Silver's all the time, and I could never get Long John
Right.
Silver.
Me and Will are just like, what?
Man, Long John Silver's, man. I used
Because
to.
there's people literally making memes like, how are they still open?
how?
Like,
How?
who says, yeah, I want to get some Long John Silver's for lunch? Not me.
Me as a 7-year old, man, I'm telling you, I wanted
Right.
it.
But why though? But why?
It was,
what attracted you to Long John Silver's, man?
man, I had it one time, and it was the fish. The way that the fish tasted, and it was breaded, whatever breading that they used for the
Yeah,
fish, had me in.
that
And
was it,
every
huh?
time I
That did
wanted,
it.
I
It
wanted to
tasted
go.
microwavable, man. Like you just take it, like you just go in the frozen section of Kroger, and you
Man,
just
how
put it
dare
in like a
you?
toaster. That's exactly what I remember. I Long John Silver again. I was like, what is? Nah. And I didn't really care for fish either. I think I had fish sticks.
Yeah, when
I
I
think
was a
my
kid, I
mom.
didn't like fish as much, and so I was like,
I feel
we always like, nah, I'm good. Nah, no.
that.
No, no. Oh man, dude. So we talked about Bennigan's. Do y'all even remember Bennigan's? I used to love to go get spaghetti. I don't know why I always wanted spaghetti from Bennigan's. My dad was tired of going to Bennigan's. I just wanted spaghetti.
I just wanted
I remember
spaghetti
nothing else about that place.
with the
I think
spaghetti
he
though.
tried to give me something once, like something different. I was like, nah, or I tried it and I just was not happy. And I ended up ordering spaghetti. Because I did not want to give me my spaghetti. That's all I want is my spaghetti.
That is funny.
Wow.
You know how fed up your dad probably was to seeing you getting that spaghetti. He was like, you know what, son, come here. Like,
Oh,
let's
I
try.
literally see in my head, I see his dad just sitting there while he enjoys the spaghetti because he's so tired.
Are you going up for
I know
seconds?
and they used to cut up noodles, man. This is before I was eating whole noodles. My mom would cut my spaghetti up. Who cuts up
Oh,
spaghetti?
That's cute though.
oh
Is it?
man,
To me, it
Yeah,
is.
man. I loved it, my G. Them
spaghetti.
and them buffets. Oh, Jumbos, man. I used to love
Jumbo.
going to Jumbo.
Yes. See, my
Oh,
family
and
used to
Florida.
always go to Jumbos, and that was before I could really appreciate it because the appeal, at least from my understanding of Jumbos, was it was on a buffet place, but they had crab legs. And that was before I was eating crab legs, so I didn't really understand what unlimited crab legs really meant. But
And what a
dang,
joy that has been for some people, apparently.
but I did like Chinese food, so I love a Chinese buffet.
Oh
So,
God, yes.
man, Jumbos, they closed down too.
Yeah. All the thing I remember is eating the sweet, like the Jello and little square cakes. They were true delicacies, man. I don't remember eating any food. I just remember asking my mom, "Can we get some cake?" Or I'm just about
Man,
to go up there and get some other stuff. I don't know why. I
you just
don't
had a little
remember the
desserts
food.
along the outside.
Yep. I
Oh,
ate
I'm out
all
the
of
loop
those.
on this one. I never heard of Jumbo.
yeah, I don't even know where they were. It was another one of
There's
them
only
places
one.
that you get in the car and it seemed like you're driving forever.
My mom used to work out there. So whenever she had to take me with her to work for lunch, she would take one of her best friends and they would just go right up the street in Troy and go to Jumbo's. So I was like, we're going to Jumbo's today. They was excited to go to Jumbo's. When they got excited, I got excited. Let's go. I yes.
Oh
Huh.
man.
Huh.
Man, I remember as a kid, like Popeyes was a delicacy. Like we never had Popeyes, but I always thought that Popeyes was the best chicken. So I really
It
only
is.
got
It's still a
Popeyes.
delicacy. Did I tell y'all
Well,
about the
yeah,
time
with
I
the
DoorDashed them
lines.
a couple weeks
Oh
ago and they
no, that's
canceled my order because they got tired of waiting?
oh man, that's a fail. I know
Oh,
you should have guessed
Yes.
that one. The DoorDash one gonna want to wait in that line.
you got to
Y'all make
order.
chicken. It's the one thing y'all make, and y'all don't ever have it. How?
Them
Because it's
line,
good.
I don't get it. Them lines be super long. That sandwich is quite tasty though.
It is pretty tasty. You got to order that early, my G. Like 12, 2 o'clock.
Honestly, that's when I used to go. When we really were getting chicken sandwiches like that was when I was doing working on the weekends, and I used to go in and work for a few hours, and I'll get off at 10. So I got off at work at 10, and the Popeyes that I went to opened up at 10. So by the time I got close to the house, it was around like 10:30. I go to Popeyes, grab it, and we just have early lunch. We have Popeyes.
Okay.
But that was just the way to go where you don't have to wait, 40 minutes in line because I can't do that, man. That's why I haven't had the Chick-fil-A stuff yet, because they just opened a Chick-fil-A and I think
I
in
was just gonna
Livonia.
go on a rant about Chick-fil-A. I had Chick-fil-A for the first time in Florida a couple weeks ago. It's amazing. I love a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I really do.
Wow.
A
See?
McDonald's classic chicken sandwich, but better. That's what it's like.
Wow.
Is it the sauce or is it the
They
whole
say they
thing?
don't put sauce
The
on
whole
it.
thing. They put sauce on the one I had in Florida, but
Okay.
it's a
Like
thing.
Polynesian sauce
They
or
have
whatever it
they have
is.
Chick-fil-A sauce. That's what they call it,
Okay.
Chick-fil-A sauce. But I'm telling you, I love it. I love it.
See, I'm gonna have to go to Somerset.
What's that? Somerset?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Somerset and check
Ain't one
out.
at the house.
Yeah, it is one in the hospital. That's how the wife's mom she gets it. She was just talking about how she really likes earlier today actually I asked her just on a whim what her favorite French fries were. She said the waffle fries from Chick-fil-A.
Yes, their waffle fries do bang when they're fresh. Uh-huh.
I ain't had a
Okay.
waffle fry since a good waffle fry since high school, man.
No, Chick-fil-A do right. They do.
The ones in high school used to slap, man. I don't know if it was just the youth in me, but
Did y'all eat Bosco sticks?
who did these
Man,
Bosco sticks?
That's such a
this
high school thing.
Bosco sticks and clear fruit, man.
Sugar and sugar.
yes, my G. Yeah, man. Wow.
Man. And chicken wings.
And chicken wings.
I remember that.
Did they even serve like regular lunch? 'Cause I
They
remember
did, but that was lunch you could go buy. Like they had like regular like meatloaf and pizza and
Ugh,
stuff like that.
meatloaf.
But then they had where you can go and buy, the Bosco sticks and chicken wings and
Hmm. At my school, you had to buy the Bosco sticks too. They were available, but you had to buy them.
yeah. That don't come with that free or reduced lunch.
No, it don't.
Oh man.
I remember that, man. Yeah.
Uh,
No, not that. No, it's high school. Okay, time. Okay,
yeah,
times.
they're
Oh,
pretty
I'm glad you said good times with a question mark, like
right.
maybe.
Like the jury's still out. Like I still don't know.
I don't know.
Nigga
Not
30.
yet.
Like I don't know, man. High school, I don't know,
Hmm.
Yeah.
huh?
Really? Understand me. You
Oh
understand
man.
me.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, to wrap up the restaurants and speaking of high school, shout out to the White Store around the corner from my former high school.
Always
Talk
a
about
legend.
talking about a
A
restaurant, man. Used to go around there, get a slice of pizza, get some wedges. That's all I needed.
and they was never stingy with the sauce. It
Um,
was always you can get real food and the junk food and be with your friends in complete freedom around the corner from the school. What?
it was cool.
It
Yeah,
was amazing. It was dope.
good stuff.
The White Store.
The White
That's
Store. I know, right? I wonder if they probably are still over there. I don't know. That's been what too long now. I don't even want to think about it.
after, after the virus, though. I wonder if anything, like if they couldn't make it through.
That's
Oh
true.
man.
I don't know. Yeah, 'cause I know a lot of those places they shut down or they closed some of those inside of gas station food places for at least for a little bit. I know a lot of them are open now, but
Crispy, crunchy chicken.
yet, man, it's not a crispy crunchy, but it's something kind of like that at my job now because we
Okay.
just moved to Livonia. It's not as good as crispy crunchy, hey, but it's gonna work, man. I'm gonna make it work. I mean, I like it because you don't gotta wait in the drive through. I'm like, I can just
Right.
run in, get my food, and come out. I value my lunchtime.
For sure.
Everybody does. Everybody should.
All right. All right, cool. So if we don't have any more restaurants that we remember from back in the day or as a child, I can't think of anything else. Oh, I did have one more. Every vacation, whenever we went on road trips with my grandparents, we always went to Cracker Barrel.
I
So
love Cracker Barrel.
now I'm at that point where
How about
whenever I'm
this?
like driving somewhere, we gotta go.
Nikki hates Cracker Barrel.
Really?
I'm like, we're gonna have to
Wait,
compromise
why?
on that.
Why does she hate it though? She might have a real legitimate
She,
reason.
she
She don't
has a
like the
reason, but
food or she don't like the aesthetic.
That
both,
aesthetics.
both.
Okay, I'm about to say I get the aesthetic.
It's a conversation for off camera, but yes.
Understood, man.
But
That
the
hash brown
food
cast.
is amazing.
Yeah,
I
I
always,
like it.
I've never had anything outside of breakfast. I haven't had the catfish, maybe the country fried steak if my mom brought leftovers or something. Breakfast
Hmm.
was always the thing, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, no.
Mama's pancake breakfast with a side of hash brown casseroles
Oh,
and like complimentary biscuits. Them dry biscuits, bring them on. Bring
Them dry biscuits.
them
pancakes to this
on.
day, man, the best pancakes ever. With the little
Only with the
glass
syrup.
syrup.
Only with the syrup. Other syrup is just it's not the same.
Oh man,
That's some fat people stuff. Like fat person.
it's like you could tell by the syrup, like, no, this ain't the authentic syrup.
I can't.
It was
It's
funny, like
not.
on that episode of South Park when Mike Cartman was tasting gravy and he was like, "Nah, man, this ain't the KFC gravy."
Was that the same episode he was eating all the skin off the chicken? You remember that?
It was, yeah. Oh man,
The savage, man. That kid's a savage.
that is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, but doggone Cracker Barrel.
I love
Yeah,
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, it was
I do.
we went to Toledo. I think it was when we went to Toledo. We stopped at Cracker Barrel, and that was the first time taking a kid, and he was having a great fun time playing a little pig jumping game that they have
Hmm.
there. So that was fun. Just it was just fun because I remember sitting in a Cracker Barrel on a road trip doing that very same thing. So now watching him do what I did was kind of cool having those thoughts. So I like restaurants for that kind of reason too.
Hmm.
Pass down those memories. But if
that's the
that is
man.
all, we can move on to that big old hat of questions.
Sombrero de preguntas.
See, all right. So I got other questions already set aside, but I think this is the last one in this hat.
Oh
So we
God.
still got
Okay.
to
Please be a good one.
So last one, of course, is gonna be a good one.
What's the most expensive thing you've broken?
Oh God.
Oh,
I like.
huh. That's a weird question, right? Because my first thought was like a car, right? But you don't necessarily break a car so much as they break the. I guess you could crash a car, but like just from general wear and tear. Like I remember
I
a car
mean,
broke down on me. That's pretty expensive.
I think if you got into an accident, you crash your car, that's considered breaking something expensive. I would say so.
Yeah. Like I guess I cracked a cell
One,
phone before, but that's like
Right.
one of
$1,000.
one of them was an old school television. Like I had to be single digits. Don't ask me why I did this. It was so stupid. It was stupid, bro. I used to just play with marbles, right? So I had this ball bearing. I don't even know. It's just this metal sphere, and I would just take it and throw it at the screen, like the big boy with the fat back in a wooden case sitting on the floor. I just take it, ping, ping, crack. It's like it cracked, and I saw
Yeah.
the circle, the indentation that the sphere left, and then I did it again, ping, and made another one, bro. Then I did it again. I had three of them. Ping, ping, crack. And I say I ain't tell nobody. I was just like, okay, I'm done. I shouldn't have did that. And just
Three is
man,
enough.
my
Three is a crowd.
boy, what is wrong with you? I don't know how. I'm pretty sure I got whooped, but I just remember him talking to my mama, and he said like, "So one wasn't enough. You made three." Like,
Oh man.
Kids are so instinctual.
uh,
They had Kids are so instinctual. I remember when I was a kid, just the stuff that I did, it was just like you don't even think it out. You just do it because
you
it's what
just
you feel like
do it,
doing it.
and it is new to you because you're breaking something. It's the other side of. Oh, it's just chaos. I don't know what the opposite of chaos is. But it's just everything is just breaking thing. Everything you have is always together. Let's break some stuff. I broke my drum set. I don't know how expensive that was, but I just kept hitting the drum pedal until I just went straight through the kick drum. It was one of them cheap kid sets, but I paid for it. Couldn't have been that cheap. Just breaking stuff, man. Oh my
Mm.
goodness. Oh.
Let me
It,
see.
I don't
it
know.
would be a laptop for me.
I almost broke a laptop. How you break a laptop?
I was hoping you weren't gonna ask that. Okay, so in my house, y'all been in my house. The little Ken, you would know the little cubby part that Gabe used to stay in. Remember when we was up in my
Oh,
room? We had
mhm.
I was staying in that part of the room, and I had the laptop on the floor. So I'm getting up in the dark, and I stepped right on it.
Oh,
That
I
was
remember
the end of the.
talking about
Yeah, yeah.
oh
And
man.
it took me quite a few months to get that back together.
oh wow.
I
That's
remember
tough, man.
pouring. Well, I didn't even do it actually. I was at work and a friend of mine poured water or spilled water on the table, and I had my brand new MacBook on there
Oh
that
no!
I had only had for like 2 weeks at the time. And I remember my heart stopping because everything turned off. And
It
luckily, I
was just
had
like,
the wherewithal to keep it off and let it dry, and it did turn back on. But can you imagine going to your mama and telling her, "Hey, that $1,000 laptop you just bought me is spill water on it," like,
And you do it.
oh, and I didn't even do it right. Hopefully we had insurance. I don't even know if we had insurance on it or not. But yeah, that would have been the most expensive thing that somebody else broke that I would have got in trouble for.
Yeah, I didn't break too many things after that, man. Maybe we just not breakers like
No, yeah, I try to keep up with my stuff,
right. It costs too much to
especially
replace
now
it.
as
It's
we
like,
get older, man.
right.
Actually, at work, I broke. We have these kind of thermometers, these glass thermometers that have these little weights in them that
Hmm.
we use just to measure different fluids. But I broke one of those, and I was like, oh man, that's messed up. It's what, like $20? Like $500 for that for just a little glass thermometer. $500. I'm like,
that.
oh,
What?
Did
I
they make
know.
you pay it, or it
No,
was
they didn't make me pay. No,
okay?
like,
They
it
could
was
have
one
been
of
like,
those
"Hey, we
where
gonna need
those
that hot
mistakes
500.
happen. But
we
yeah,
gonna need that hot 500, or
it
it's
was in
coming out
this.
of check."
It's so weird. It was in this little tube, right? And the little
Hmm.
tube, you open up the top of the tube and you pull out the thermometer. But the tube open from both sides. Like, why would you?
Okay,
So it was
so
just it was a fail
right,
from the start,
it was a
man.
faulty one. It wasn't necessarily even your
It
fault
was a
at that
fail from
point.
the start.
Faulty
I don't know
thermometer,
if it. I'm gonna say user error just because I
right?
mean, I,
To be fair,
you know, everybody else it was there before and it ain't get broke. But I
For
just
sure.
after I dropped it, I was like, man, this is an interesting design for this case. But
For
hey,
sure, man.
I'm happy I ain't had to pay for it.
right?
Me too, man. That's a steep price for a
Yeah,
thermometer.
for a thermometer too. Like, dang.
Nah. That messed me up. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Any any other things we've broken, fellas?
Oh man, nothing I could think of. Hopefully,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Right.
Okay.
Hopefully, we're done with that part of our
I broke my
lives.
arm
Oh,
back in the day. I'm sure
did
that
you? Dude,
I didn't pay the
I swear
medical
I broke my
bill, but my mom paid it, I'm sure.
I
I
broke
don't know
my
how much that costs.
I
You said
broke my
what?
pinky at your
He broke
I
his
broke my
pinky.
pinky at your house.
Oh wow.
At my house?
Yeah. Outside playing basketball. This is the same day I think Rick Ballou was over there and he like ran into the hoop and he was like, I think like my liver moved or something.
I remember that. Oh man.
Then I
Doggone high
passed me
school.
the basketball and either I just kind of grabbed it at the wrong angle or with the pass, it was so hard. I just didn't get the right angle, Paul,
That sounds
that it
gnarly.
just bro, my fingers like this way. It was going this way. It didn't come out the skin, but I just felt it was just like it wasn't a jam. But as soon as it happened, I snapped it back in face and I was cool.
Out.
It swelled. It was swollen and a little tough for a couple of days, but after that, I think my mom just put a spin on it because she had one. But I was cool after that. I think that's why it's like it's not. I think that's the one.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, man. Lucked out, man. Instincts. Snapped that boy
Yeah.
back in place and had a great night. That was
I'm like,
awesome.
it's broke. No, it's not.
That's
Just
like
like that.
Mind
that's
over matter, man.
for sure. It'll work out. Okay. For those of you watching, if you have some answers or any new questions, please send them to. Where can they find this symbol?
Blacktopasylum@gmail.com.
Awesome. There are some other places where you can listen to us. You don't always have to watch us on YouTube. Ray, where can they listen to us?
Yep. You can like you said, you can watch us on YouTube, but if you want to listen, check us out on Apple Music, we on Spotify, or anywhere that you listen to podcasts, really.
Awesome. If you like the show, please let us know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, the Black Top is not closed. Peace.
Peace.